Swinging them titties, swinging them titties.
Why would you swing your titties?
Because it's fun like that. Think about it. Somebody grabs a hold of her legs, the next thing you know, they're spinning around, and they're going, whee!
That's not swinging her titties there.
It is when you do it that way.
That's spinning her titties.
Okay, then we'll do something. Make her go like that. Or maybe make her grab him. Be like, these are so big. What do I do with them? It's windmills smacking together.
Swap, swap, swap.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Live on Air Gaming with Lemonade and Team Num Num. We have with us on Lemonade, Mason.
Hello.
Hey, game, how's it going?
It's going swell.
Sweet. And on the other side of the mic, we have Team Num Num, which includes
Tyler.
Craig.
Yeah, Craig.
No, go ahead.
And Craig, yeah. How you guys doing tonight?
You're doing pretty key.
Doing all right.
Cool.
Yeah.
And myself, Connor. I'm kind of new to this thing, so I'll try and keep up with the know and all that. So yeah. All right.
And Connor is now with Team Num Num.
Yes.
Newest member.
All right, and so tonight Mason has some our topic or what we're going to talk about. So Mason, lay it on us. What are we doing?
Okay, we're talking about a very, very controversial lady named Zoe Quinn. And
What a cunt.
yeah. So basically there's a lot of stuff that's been floating around, like people will permeate information, and if it's really over dramatic or over the topic, it's popular, or if it just fuels the fire. But the gist of it is basically what happened was she is a game indie developer who made a game called Depression Quest, right?
Depression Quest, yeah.
Yeah, and the whole idea of it is her boyfriend figured out that she was sleeping with up to 5 guys,
Yeah, it was 5 guys.
and thus the nickname five guys burgers and fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny right now.
Oh god. And then so her boyfriend figures this out and decides to expose her in a blog post. So when people get wind of this kind of stuff, especially the big forums like Reddit, especially in this case 4chan, when they get a hold of this kind of information, it just explodes. And people love to expose this kind of corruption. Now, I really don't want to get into the actual. It's really unclear what happened. Phil Fish gets involved at one point, and he gets doxxed, and they hack themselves. It's just a whole big thing, and inaccuracy is probably all over the place. But at this point, I think it's a bit worse because it's a very telling thing. This is only one of the cases of corruption in game journalism that gets exposed. I'm sure there's tons of other examples, and it just sucks because Zoe, she just slept with 5 reviewers, and some of these guys are reputable reviewers.
Well, she didn't sleep with 5 reviewers. She slept with the guy from Kotaku, which he was a reviewer. His name was Nathan. And then she slept with her boss. That was one of the 5. And that was, I have no idea what the thing was with that. But her husband, or his wife, found out about it. And she was on Twitter, and she was like, hey, what the hell? Why in the fuck did you sleep with my husband? And she goes, I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know why you're getting mad at me. You should be getting mad at your husband. It's you slept with 5 dudes. Obviously, you're leading on to this to get higher up into whatever the fuck you're doing.
I mean, it sucks because her game was if you go to the website and you look at it, it's for the most part a good cause. It's there's donation pages for the anti-suicide, depression help, that kind of stuff. That's great. But then when you introduce that kind of those shitty tactics, those really shitty tactics, and that's how you get your business, it just takes away from all the good you think you're trying to do.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that she has her Patreon and her Tip Me thing on her website. If you ever go to her website, it's all linking to the same place. So her Patreon is really not being used to make another game. It's all just going to her account, her PayPal account. So all these people expecting for something new from her, even though I don't understand why. The game, even though it's for a good cause, it's not even really a game.
Yeah, it's it's like a simulation almost, right?
It's just like reading a book or something online that has a picture, and it's you are this person and you had a bad day. Let's move on to the next chapter, next. And that's all that game is.
So I mean, like, I wonder why she would like. Did she use the fact that it's about a very sensitive topic now, like depression and suicide and stuff like that? Did she use that like to kind of lead into this? Like, she wants big support for her game, for this particular game, because it's such a sensitive topic that would eventually lead to these kind of donations. Because like once you get attached to a developer like this and they're giving away this game for free, you're gonna get people who donate money.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, like, because people will do that. People will be like, "Hey, I really like your game. Donate money." I'll see people who have open donation pages like, "Donate to me. Help me out with this." So get a really sensitive topic and a really sensitive, a game about a really sensitive topic. Sleep with people to get it well known, highly rated, and then reaping the benefits of people who decide that they want to donate money to you.
Yeah. In which Connor's got this pulled up right now. How much money does she make per month?
2,610.50.
And that's not going to another game. And she's got 484 patrons. And the majority of her money is coming from other indie gaming developers, like Phil Fish and some other dude that works for Blizzard. And it's really just, God, she's such a...
Thank you, Tyler, for summing
Trying to
it.
be good.
I mean, you can't just slam her in the face that she is a bad person because of... I mean, you have to look at the actions she's doing here. And one of the big problems I see is a lot of people say, well, she's this woman who slept with people. No, it's not because of that. Some people say, well, blame the men for it. No, you have to blame her for her actions, not because she's just a straight-up bitch
Slut.
doing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people do sleep with
Strutting
other
around
people to
town.
get stuff. I mean, that's how it
Yeah.
works. But when you're doing this in a money-making industry and ripping people off like this, that's where it becomes the problem. And I mean, I'm not saying that her games are, like, whether or not her game's good or bad, it just doesn't change the fact that you're bringing in money for this. I mean, sure, if you're trying to raise things for a cause, raise things for awareness, that's all great and whatnot in the end, but it's just...
At the end of the day, everyone who's donating doesn't know exactly where the money's going.
Right.
So they don't know exactly what you're doing with it unless they actually see something to where it's like, oh, okay, she just came out with another game that she obviously, you know, it would make sense that she's getting from the money that's being donated.
But I mean, I think her game is somewhat meant for a cause. Like I think you were saying, Mason, that she's trying to do this to raise for like charities and whatnot, or maybe you were saying that earlier.
It was Mason, yeah.
Okay, it was you, Mason. So yeah, but I mean, because there's people on both ends of the table, people who support her and people who are up against her. Like we all saw that Phil Fish defended her. There's other female indie developers defending her as well, and I mean that's all right and well too. No one's trying to tear her down, just say you suck, but your methods of going about to do this are not the right way, and that's where the fault lies.
Right.
Or she sucked too much.
Which I mean, and it's not that she was just sleeping with any 5 guys. It did it to get her up in the gaming industry.
Right.
It got it to be making her well known.
That's the
And
thing.
now look what she's at now, and the fact that almost everybody on YouTube is talking about this. It's all over websites. Now she's got dirty pictures of her all over Google. I mean, it's true. I mean,
Bring them up again.
I hate to have to look up thumbnails and stuff for like pictures for thumbnails that I make, and I see all these weird pictures and all these dirty. She's not somebody you want to just stare at and look. Yeah, that's what I want right there.
You know what? I'm wondering, those particular pictures, like I know we're talking about, like when were those posted? Like was her boyfriend like if her boyfriend's okay with her posting those kind of pictures on the internet, and then like he gets super pissed and like gets mad because she slept with 5 guys. It's like one step ahead. Like she's posting weird, like very explicit pictures of herself online. I'm like assuming that's like during their relationship. You know?
Yeah, it probably was. I mean, she's been posting. I mean, there's so many goddamn pictures. And the fact that she's got videos all over. She's got her own YouTube channel.
Right.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see her weird videos of her playing with glowy sticks and the fact that she was showing off this little microchip inside of her wrist?
Yeah.
And it was to unlock her phone and keep all
I
of
want
her
to know
data.
if she's so broke and just needs, because it says on her actually, it says on our actual Patreon that she is using this money. She is upfront and saying that yes, I'm using this for to pay her lights and her bills and whatnot, and to play games that she's missing out on.
Yeah.
But if you got extra money to put a computer chip in your wrist and magnetic implant in your ring finger. I think it was she did.
There was one where she had a video on YouTube where they put it
But
here.
I read somewhere else too. She had like a magnetic implant somewhere in one of her fingers as well.
That's probably
That's like
That's
really...
for something else. Because she's got like I saw some videos. I didn't watch any of them, but like cyborg Zoe Quinn. Because she's got not only that but the other things too.
She wants to be the new Tron.
That's the thing though. It's
50
like
Shades of Tron.
Oh god, those are like really out of the way, like gimmicky. Like it's like Google glasses or like like contact lenses that have like their own little interface. Like those kind of stuff. That's like really like out of the way. That's not commonplace, and that's really like generally really expensive, especially implants.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting choice to spend your money on. But going back, I'm wondering if looking at her in like a negative way, if she has bad intentions, is this like in the way she's reacting to it? Is this all like a big publicity stunt? Because now people are googling Zoe Quinn controversy, Five Guys burgers and fries. They're googling these things, and it's all publicity for her.
Yeah, everybody knows who she is. That's kind of why I almost didn't even want to do this. But at the same time, it's something to talk about for us, especially since we're small. But
we're not big.
Yeah, we're not big. Small.
Well,
we wish.
I mean, in other ways, I did.
Oh God, you gotta have
down.
a thing like that.
I do.
God damn it!
It's what I do, Craig.
But yeah, now it's good for her. She's rising up, and I was hoping to talk about something good, and I guess we will with PAX, but we're not right now.
Yeah. PAX will be over. We can talk about something positive, hopefully, for once.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't want to bash her continually, but
right.
I mean, this topic is it's rather controversial, and one reason why I think some people, I saw female indie developers supporting her, it becomes a sexist issue of we're harassing her because she's a female and because she's putting up this thing.
No.
That's not the point.
No.
Your insights, what you wanted to do. I mean, putting the cyborg in your hand. I don't know what you're doing. Trying to make it. Yeah, putting a cyborg in you. No, you're turning yourself into a wanting to be a cyborg. That's like, okay, that's up to you. But I mean,
yeah, I would.
If your end methods are to make, right. I mean,
I want to be a cyborg.
Woohoo! But to fund these whatever, like for depression, to fund like these charities or whatever for anti-depression and other means like that, it's all good. But again, methods. You can't do it.
The end doesn't always justify the means, right?
And there's also things that were happening. Oh God, dang it! I just had it. Now it's gone. I've been waiting to say it for so long. Oh, okay. On her Twitter, she kept talking about how, oh God, I got mugged outside of my house. This happened more than once. And she always says that she gets mugged. She lost her cell phone. She lost her purse. She lost her rent money. All this stuff that she gains from Patreon. And then she's asking for that money again.
Right.
So really,
it's sketchy
almost not like she's paying her bills. She's not buying new games. She's not getting new things in her arms. That's almost like, I don't want to say it, but it seems like it's drug territory. Like where she might be doing drugs, or she's drinking really heavily.
But the way,
and that honestly would kind of make sense of why she's got this whole thing for depression.
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
makes sense.
Because that's usually that type of stuff is usually used to cope with depression.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I'm assuming, like, generally you have to be like, you have to come from that. Like, I couldn't make a Depression Quest game because I haven't really been through that. So I'm assuming that she has some kind of credibility behind that. And obviously, I'm not going to attack her for that. It's fucking retarded. I'm not like, I really don't want to talk about her possibility of being depressed in the past. It's not the point. But I'm just super worried that she is like, and I hope to God this isn't the case. I hope she has 100% legitimate, good reasons for making that game. But I'm scared that because, like, she chose this controversial topic and she's using it as a scapegoat to make more money. That terrifies me because it's like that'd be a terrible thing to do. And then, like, the other people actually do that, and it's just it would be terrible for like an indie developer to not have any morals or ethics and do something like that. And obviously, we'll never really know. Probably, like, I don't think she'll ever come out and say it. So I'm just gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and say she did it for a good, legitimate reason. And
I don't know.
I mean, like, I can't really tell. I'm just gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't think she's that terrible of a person. There's only so bad you can get. I don't think she's crossed that line quite yet.
I mean, you can tell she put time into the game, but that was with writing. I mean, there wasn't much, like, I mean, there probably was a little bit of money going into it, but it wasn't that much, if you look at the game. Plus, she's giving it away for free, but she's also...
I mean, that warrants
donating.
why you need donations if you're making free games. But still, coming
But
up to the
she's not
time
really
to make
making
that.
anything else anymore now. Not from what I've heard,
Yeah.
because everybody else is like, oh, where's this money going? What's going on?
Well, she said there was somewhere I read she's actually working on a project right now too. That
Yeah.
she's like, she joined up with some people.
Was it
but you-
another guy?
Yeah, another guy.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to find any of this too, because one of the things, like you were, I think you were saying, Craig, that she slept with that one guy from Kotaku to get the higher rating. I mean, a lot of
and it was a
big
9.5.
journalism, a lot of big journalism sites, especially on gaming, will not try and get on this topic because of the fact that it is controversial and they don't want that kind of bad publicity.
IGN will not say anything.
Yeah, they will
Kotaku
not
won't
going
say
to.
anything.
No, they're not going to get on that.
And they even had a thread that was like 20,000 or 2,000 people were messaging on this and liking it and all that stuff. Everything got deleted
Oh
in the
yeah.
amount of time. You remember seeing that?
Yes.
And the thing is the guy that was the moderator doing that, she was talking to and saying, hey, let's go get some coffee sometime and something like that. So she was planning on meeting up with this guy after he got done deleting all this stuff.
But that makes it hard to find out any base information because even Google basically filters all that out. There's a news story that pops up for a few hours and then it's gone.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find concrete evidence. But considering the fact that this has rumored around and wavered around for so long, and that other people are coming out obviously to defend her on this or to accuse her. I mean, if there's people defending her, that means there's people accusing her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The unfortunate truth of the world.
I think it's all about like sometimes a lot like Reddit. There was, in fact, her boyfriend did an AMA on Reddit a while ago on r/drama. I didn't go through the entire thing, but when generally like the mods of that Reddit of that subreddit allowed for him to do a verified AMA, especially on a subreddit called r/drama, there will be uncensored, unfiltered, areas of the internet that will allow for that kind of controversy because it's so interesting and because people love it.
Yeah.
There's also that part of it, but when you have a website that has that is in that specific area, not all of Reddit is a gaming forum, So,
Yeah, that's
but it's
true.
not like
On the
IGN,
darker corners of the internet.
right? IGN wouldn't do something like that, and it makes sense why. Because of that. Honestly, I wish I read more of the AMA, but it's just so long.
Yeah.
But I wonder. I honestly feel sorry for her boyfriend because he's probably gotten a lot of unwanted messages, and imagine it. There's people defending her. There's people who hate him, as well.
Oh, yeah.
True.
So he's probably
yeah.
getting slammed. So no one's really coming out of this well and good and fine.
Yeah, this just doesn't put a good light either on the gaming industry or
Right.
the indie industry especially.
No.
Because right now the big deal is indie developers because you got your Call of Duty 16, you got your Battlefield 4, you got your this and that. Everything's going into franchises. I mean, Watch
there's
Dogs is
rarely-
becoming a franchise. Assassin's Creed is up to like, what, 10 now basically? With Unity and all that. I mean, these bigger publishers are eating each other up, like Activision bought out Blizzard. That now for anything new to happen, it has to come from the indie
Right.
community, and to now see people doing this, or to see like Zoe Quinn participating in this, now other people are going to follow. Other people are going to do this, and then it corrupts the community. That's the only person now bringing us our new content and games, basically.
Yeah.
And that's why I said that scares me because this
Yes,
is the only
exactly.
case we've heard
You're
of.
exactly right. Yeah.
So I mean, you never know like how bad it will be. We'll never really know unless it all gets exposed, and even that's debatable. Like it would be good in the end, but like, can you imagine if like a whole bunch of reviewers from IGN, even especially IGN or Kotaku or GameSpot, imagine like if a giant scandal were to come out, like on the level like a Watergate level scandal, like a big one, it would
Yeah.
just be terrible. So I really hope this is an isolated incident, but like human nature tells me it's not.
No, there's going to
Yeah.
be more things like this just because of the hype that Zoe Quinn has started.
And I mean, like,
And it was unneeded. It was unwanted. She didn't want this. But, I mean, she even messaged her boyfriend or her ex now and said, please don't say anything. Please don't send anything. He eventually did 2 weeks later.
right.
But now that it's all out, she's got a bunch of attention that she didn't know she was going to get. Now she's getting more money than she was a month ever. Yeah, she's getting more people watching her. She's known. I didn't know who the hell she was until just now.
Mm-hmm.
And just like everybody else sitting in here and people watching.
No such thing as bad publicity. It's like
exactly, except for Phil Fish.
Yeah, except for Phil Fish.
Fucking asshole.
He's just a douchebag.
And like it goes even further. Like I know I didn't want to go too much because I think it's like really gray. Like when you get into how 4chan is involved and like the hacking thing and all that. Like, but with Phil Fish, you know, he got doxxed. When that looks even worse, man, because like it just makes people who are involved in gaming, it makes us look terrible. There's already stigmas that exist that are slowly fading, but then you have this, which is a lot more mature than like a stereotype.
Yeah,
like this is really like adult stuff. So that's weird, adult stuff. But so I mean, like when you have people giving out your address, and then like this is unrelated, but it's just like a bad trope. Like you have like live streamers getting swatted and people getting doxxed, and like I don't know if you guys knew this, but a couple like 2 or 3 days ago, something like that. These guys were like fucking. It's like hacker drama. These guys decided to try and DDoS PSN. They did it, and they tried to do Xbox Live. And then another
Lizard group.
They succeeded with
Yeah,
the
the
PlayStation.
Lizard Squad, yeah. They like took credit for it, and then the other guys were like, "No, you fucking bitch, whatever." And then he gave out their IP addresses, and then he decided to. I forget exactly how he did it, but he basically got the CEO of Sony Online Entertainment or whatever, vice president.
Oh yeah.
His flight grounded, or at least
He basically tweeted the
a bomb or
Lizard
something.
Squad just tweeted out, "Yo, how do you like that bomb on your airplane, you bro?"
Mm-hmm.
And so then immediately, of course, he tweeted a pic of or
flight
told
ticket.
people, where he was going.
Right.
So they already knew. They just assumed, okay, well, based on the fact that he was leaving then, this is the only plane leaving out by now. He has to be on that flight, and they did. They took a wild guess, and it actually ended up being his flight. And so they just landed. They had to land it and check for the bomb for the fact that there might actually be one, because you never know.
Yeah.
Today.
So I mean, like this all just puts so much negativity into an industry that like so loved by a lot of people, right?
It's just the fact that the gaming industry is one, very smart or very stupid, one of the two, and the fact that we are probably the bitchiest people on the face
Oh
of
yeah.
the earth.
Oh
This
yeah.
is very true.
And
Very
this
That's
is
a
what
reason
makes
why I
us-
felt like it was very nice of the community at first, because everyone took the stereotype in that, oh yeah, you don't want to mess with the bitchy gamer. But now it's become much more mainstream, where people like this get in and make scandalous issues that end up really bringing in a very washed out community and industry that then just turns into, I mean, your soap opera TV shows. We just get the same rehashed thing just every over and over and over. Yeah, right.
What a new season already.
So it's just a bunch of negativity that circles around this whole entire. It's like a pool. Like the past 2 weeks have been pretty shitty. You know what I'm saying? Like with like I think his name's Kutra. He got. I was talking about this specifically. It happened before, but he got like people find your address, use your phone number, call the SWAT team with a bomb threat while you're live streaming for shits and grins, shits and giggles.
Oh yeah.
And then like that's happened a lot before. And then with this hacker drama, which I thought was really funny because like one group takes credit for it, then their IP addresses get put out. I don't even like this is off topic. I'm just gonna say this real quickly. Why do people do this? Like, what's the point of fucking like if you're DDoSing? That's not even really hacking to a degree, is it? It's just like overloading the servers or something.
Yeah, it's not necessarily that. You're just basically halting upload speed.
Right. You're not like giving
Basically.
away credit card information.
No, yeah.
Right. So
I mean, everybody wants to try, and unfortunately, the thing is, why everyone takes credit for one another is everyone wants to be the next anonymous, basically, and they're just a hacker group that just gives out information for shits and grins. And I mean, there's no meaning behind
not
it.
really. Anonymous doesn't do it for shits and grins.
Well, true.
They
true.
they do it for a purpose or for a cause to try and actually prove a point.
right, and that's
They
the
do.
thing though. Like when
I mean, that's how it starts
Well,
out for
yeah.
other people who want to become part of it. So.
right. When Lizard Squad says we're trying to prove their security or improve, well, see, it's one thing if you take credit card information. That's what actually security is. Simply like doing like not simply, but you know, overloading their servers or whatever. Not actual hacking. That's not really proving much. You can only do so much for that, to a point.
Right.
And so like, it's people don't normally do that anyway. They do that for that purpose. It's not like it'll happen randomly it won't happen randomly for no reason. People will do it for shits and grins or to prove a point, which is pretty moot to begin with. So it's just a lot of shitty people who make the front page news, and it fucking sucks because it makes everyone look bad. Like you never hear about like you rarely hear about like YouTubers in the mainstream raising money for like child's play charities or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you will hear about the hacker group that grounded a plane with the Sony president on or whatever.
It's just because
We
we're all.
will hear about
assholes.
Zoe Quinn, who's slept with.
Or yeah, exactly.
Five Guys
that kind of
today.
stuff.
Fat
Yeah,
guys,
burgers.
burgers.
We're gonna hear about all the people with the gamers on Robin Williams and what they said with his daughter. You're just gonna hear nothing but negative things coming out of almost every other gamer's mouth, and they're usually younger people. And if they're not, they're just stupid. You get these dumb ass people that just want to hack into people and ruin everyone's day. Like, how long was PlayStation Plus down?
Most
Was
of the
that
day,
like
wasn't it? Like most of
That
the
was
day.
more
36
than-
hours,
Yeah.
I think.
it was more than a day?
Yeah.
But it's just bullshit because a new game came out that day. I forgot what it was.
Job flow.
First Light.
First Light, yeah.
First Light was Second Son.
Uh-huh.
And half the people couldn't even play it because it
Yep.
wouldn't log on.
I couldn't see it either.
And there's people who are egging them on too to be like, hack Xbox. Why? What the fuck? Like, why do you want to egg them on? It's
Some people want to
Some
watch
young
the world
kids.
burn.
Yeah.
fucking.
I just want to watch the world burn.
They're non-ball dropping boys.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking terrible, I know.
Oh god. Alright, I think we've ranted enough and we're breaching the circle of like relativity to the topic. So
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
yay.
So wrapping back around,
Zoe Quinn is a bit of a interesting character. He's very controversial now. And we probably hopefully don't hear too much more about her. Because we really don't need that.
We're gonna hear more of Phil Fish than we will of her.
Yeah, with him
We're gonna
being
hear
doxxed.
that
I hope
everyone.
the dude's an asshole, but he doesn't like deserve to get shot in the face. I don't think. Like
well, he did.
He
You have to
deserves
consider
it.
that he did
Not
fire his.
deserves that, but yeah.
Basically, the news was he was done with Fez 2. And he just completely said, oh, yo, I don't like what you guys are saying about it, so guess what? No, Fez 2 shut down his entire studio and fired
And his
everybody.
workforce. Yeah, he took the money and ran, screwed over all of his workforce, went home, got anew all this money, and now he's donating it to Zoe Quinn.
and also that then like I thought it was really entertaining. Like the bitch fit he had. Like that's another canceled project unannounced canceled. Like what? Like that holds no value to anybody. He's like
And it's
unannounced project canceled. Another unannounced project canceled. Like we don't know what the project was. It's pretty irrelevant to us.
one, Fez 2 was not going to happen because they've got their fan base and it's not that big. I just played Fez just because it was free to PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
I love that game.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Phil Fish is a fucking asshole, and I hate the fact that he made that game. And the fact that Fez 2, he needs to realize that it wasn't going to go anywhere to begin with. And he knows that. And that's why he's going to post some shit saying, oh, you guys do not deserve Fez 2. He knows Fez 1 was a one-hit wonder. He ain't going to go anywhere else. And he's planning on making a whole other game. And you think everyone's just going to say, hey, come on in. I'll play your fucking game. No way. No one's going to play that shit. It's Phil Fish. Everyone hates him.
Yeah.
Stupid. I'm done.
So I just hope I don't hear in the morning about him getting his brain flooded. Like that would be like really fucking shitty, and it would terrify a lot of people because, like, then immediately whenever someone gets doxxed, they will associate that with Phil Fish getting murdered.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
So think about that for a second. So like,
I don't want it.
They just need to ban him from social networking sites and just be
But
done
the same
with
way
it.
through a lot of people, too, they could. I mean... Yeah.
So yeah, the world sucks. Gaming industry is filled with shitty people.
He's gonna start
Great
coming
thing,
on
right?
YouTube and start making videos bitching at people.
Vlogs, like drunken vlogs and stuff like that.
Sick of this. Sick of it, everyone. No one deserves Fez 2. Here, Zoe, take all my money.
And probably my penis.
That would be fucking hilarious if it came out that they like leaked pictures or something, or like a sex tape or something.
Oh, no.
Fucking crazy.
I'm good. I'm
There's a
good.
big
I've seen
conspiracy.
the
I would not want to watch that, but Jesus Christ, can you imagine like what would happen if that came out?
Yeah.
God.
Oh, jeez.
A lot of people would go
A
gay.
lot of weird things going to happen. Yeah.
Alrighty. So Tyler, what do you think is the verdict on the subject? What do you think of Zoe Quinn?
She's a cunt.
Okay. Very good.
We're all in agreement. Okay. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed another episode of Live on Air podcast. I was happily joined by Connor,
Hello.
along with the rest of Team Nom Nom, Craig and Tyler.
Have a good one, you guys.
Bye.
All right, so yeah, don't forget to check out their channel. I'll always have a link in the description with them in it. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, little ones. Don't die.